The DJI receiver is a dual channel wireless system, and it has a built-in hot shoe. So to connect it to your camera, when you want to use the receiver on your camera to record audio, first thing you want to do is you want to mount that to your camera. You're going to need a 3.5 millimeter TRS jack. So in my camera, I go to setting number 1 in the Canon EOS R5, and then I go down to sound recording. It's very similar in other DSLR cameras. And then I just select the sound, and then I want to put it in manual, and then record level. See, I'm peaking up here in the red. I have the mic 2 inches away from my mouth. Before you record, there are things that you want to do to set your mic up. Your environment, the receiver, the transmitter, the camera. So there's all kinds of adjustments that you can make. So right now in the top left corner, I have an M. M, it stands for mono. Then we have 32-bit floating point. This is your transmitter. I'm only using one mic or transmitter. And this right here is your battery level for your receiver. And then down here you have your indicator. This rectangular is indicating that I am recording currently on the transmitter 1. And then this is a noise reduction icon. I currently have it on. And for the transmitter, this is the battery indicator here. And for the receiver, that's the battery indicator. Now you'll see here I have an M for mono mode. So let's just say that I want to change it to stereo. So I go in and I tap on mono, and then I tap mono again and again. So now we're in stereo. So if I go up again, one more, and you'll see that S indicates that we're in the stereo mode currently. Now, what if I wanted to go and change it to mono safety? So again, tap, mono. Now we're in safety track mono. So if we get out, and what you'll see on the front touchscreen, here, let's get out of here, swipe up, and now you'll have an icon, and it'll be M with a kind of like a shield around it. So that is your mono safety, and that's what that indicates right up here. Testing out the mic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, all good. So here I'm showing the receiver, and I have transmitter 1. Here's transmitter 1, and here's transmitter 2. These are the indicators for the 2.4 gigahertz. And then these, like the 2.4 gigahertz bars that you have, like for instance, similar to when you have your phone and you're looking at your indicators to see if you get a good signal or not. And then over here, this is M, stands for mono. And then 32BF, I'm running a 32-bit floating point for the recording on this transmitter 1. And I know that I'm recording on transmitter 1 because I currently have this red rectangle around the information for transmitter 1. So my gain is plus 12. And then over here, I have the audio level for 2, and audio level for 1, audio level for 2. And this right here is the battery indicator for the receiver. And these are our battery indicators here and here for the transmitters. So the cool part about this is that in the receiver, you can change your fine tuning and stuff on your receiver and your transmitter. And then the other cool part about this is you not only can you change gain levels inside the receiver, but you can do it right here in this window right there. And so if I push once, there is an indicator right there. And I'm working right now with the receiver and I'm changing the gain, as you can see right here. It's -3. I can go all the way down to -12, or I can go all the way up to +12. And I'll go back down and set it at 0 because I'm inside. The mic is right in front of me, about 2 to 3 inches away from my mouth. If I press again, I go down to transmitter 1. I can do the same thing in the transmitter. I can go up all the way to +12, all the way down to -12, and I'm just going to leave that at 0. And then I can go over to transmitter 2, do the same thing. So you can change your gains right here. And I will show you another place that you can change your gains also. Now, if you wanted to go to your transmitter and do some micro adjustments, you just swipe the touchscreen from top to bottom, take the wheel, move it to the right, or another thing you can do is you can just take your finger and you can just tap and then tap again. And then in your transmitter, you have a low cut, transmitter gain again. In the transmitter, this is where you're going to find your 32-bit float recording. And this has to do basically with some software designs from DJI. And it, again, just gives you more values on different audio levels when you're recording to work with in post. And then we also have the record stop lock, the noise reduction via the button. And if I go in here, you can turn this off or turn it on. I like to leave that on. And then you have auto record. For instance, if you're really busy, once you turn the receiver and the transmitters on, then this will automatically start recording. I'm going to leave this off. And then we have your storage. This will give your storage as far as on your transmitter to the left is transmitter 1, 9.9 hours. And then the transmitter 2 to the right, which has almost no recordings on it right now. So you have 11.1 hours. And then we'll get out of there. And then to the right, this is vibration notification. You can turn that on and off. I'm leaving that off. LED indicator, you can turn that on or off. We have the transmitter auto off. So this transmitter auto off is off right now. And I like to choose whether the transmitter is on or off. And then I'm going to go all the way back by just moving the wheel here to the left. And we're in low cut. And then get back to the touch screen. You just go back 1 up. And then it's just like a file system. And then you're in settings. And I hit the wheel there. So there's the brightness of your receiver, the language. We can set the date. So to set the date, you come into here and it's very simple. As you can see, I'm going to get out of here, go back to go up 1. And then factory reset. Here's your firmware version. So firmware version right here for the receiver. And then if I go to the right, this is your transmitter firmware for both transmitter 1 and transmitter 2. So we'll get out of there. And then if we go to the right, we have the compliance information. And we'll go all the way back to the left here by spinning the wheel. Or you can just use your finger on the touchscreen. We'll go up again. I'm going to slide over to the left. I'm going to go back up. And here we are in our touchscreen once again.